welcome back to the Will of DC's YouTube News. Not
co-starring Steve Green
or Brie Ezrick or that awfully dreadful Ezrick.
Like she's Justine's sister.
I said Ezrick. That's her last name.
Esrig.
Awful, awful, awful Michael Gallagher, who I have just never seen a worse episode of Winners and Losers than that.
And we couldn't be prouder of him.
He just brings out the evil in you.
And it's nice to have you back. How was Hawaii, Will?
Hawaii was wonderful. I just spent the entire time relaxing, and then I would get SendSpace files of, here's the episode we're uploading, and I'd watch it and I'd say, oh.
It was a veritable gun to your head. Fully loaded.
Yes.
With a large man holding it, and you had to say, yes, sir.
And I had to say, yes, sir, can I have another? And yes, sir, can I have another?
Right.
Because it was
not something you have never said before, by the way.
Wow.
Thank you. And we're back.
Here we go, and we're back.
That's what it was. Did a lot of kids come up to you and say, hey, Will, I love Steve on your show?
What Steve is referring to is one person who came up to him and was like, I love you on Will's show. And then he got a big old head about it. When,
I did.
Yeah, well, so you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I was able to introduce someone to you because they would have just never heard of you anyway.
Hey, one person is one mind, is one heart. And that's important to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you'll never have really anyone's heart. But moving on.
That's from the most single man in America.
Wow! First things first, last week's YouTube News, all of Steve's predictions, none of them came true. None of them, not one came true. Shane Dawson was not torn to shreds whatsoever.
Okay, I wasn't expecting him to actually die.
Well, that's what your prediction was, and it didn't happen. Michael Gallagher, I didn't see his panel, but I'm guessing it still went on, even though there was no pre-roll ads.
Well, true, but it might as well have not gone on. Did you see Shane's panel?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't see your panel, Shane.
Okay, every single question was, can I have a hug?
Oh, I did hear that some girl like went up there and sat next to him like the whole time.
She did.
So other VidCon highlights besides was Toy Sketch really a highlight?
Hell no.
Okay,
not a single legitimate question was answered really at any of the panels that I saw.
No. I heard that Freddie Wong's panel was really good.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they did, like, they were there for like 2 hours or something answering effects questions and strategy questions.
Nice. Okay, that's awesome.
So, yeah. I think the Smosh panel interview, I think that went rather smashing. I hear the interviewer did quite a good job.
Oh, really? You were the interviewer?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So. I stand corrected. So apparently you can suck your own dick.
I loved seeing Epic Rap Battles perform live. I think that was my highlight for the weekend. I thought that was really cool. What other highlights did you think there were, Steve? What's highlights for you for the weekend? Besides being wasted in X-Bar Friday night. My goodness, you know. And
I was?
Hold yourself together.
I wasn't that wasted.
Oh, you were too alkied up. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of YouTube News. What were your favorite moments of VidCon? If you attended, leave your comments and video responses on your favorite things.
If you didn't attend, then fuck off.
If you didn't attend,
right, Will? That's what you
if you didn't attend,
then
have you been enjoying watching the issue videos?
Enjoy the rock that you were under.
What videos on YouTube of it have you been watching? Did you watch the vocal live?
The world changed at VidCon.
What vocal live Q&As did you like?
We're all better people
shout over you just to try and exit the show.
If they didn't go to VidCon, they're not relevant, Will. They're not relevant to any YouTube discussion, and they ought to just forget it. They ought to just get off their channels, freaking delete their channels.
Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of YouTube News. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe.
It makes me mad.
And I love you all, and I'll see you on Friday for YouTube.
If you're not at VidCon, where the hell are you? Nowhere. That's where.
Pisses me off to no end.